Good morning students, I welcome you all for the online class of economics. Today we will be going to learn the saving function, which is a very important function. As a consumption function we have learned, there is a saving function which will be helping us to learn about how the way people bifurcate between the consumption and saving so that their future will be saved. Saving function, when we see students, C function lead us to S function. Has C and S is the part of the Y, income only a part of the income it will be saved, and a part of the income it will be saved. Okay, so there is a saving function student. C function lead to S function. We know Y equals to C plus S, implying that income is either consumed or saved. We have seen that C is related to Y. Okay, obviously S must also be related to Y. The functional relationship between S and Y is called saving function. So saving, as the income will increase, definitely the saving habit of the people will also increase. So that's why it is said that there is a function relationship between S and Y, and that function is known as saving function. Once C function is specified, S function can easily be derived out of it, because as they are having a connection with Y, that is Y equals to C plus S, we have seen there. Y equals to C plus I, S. If we are knowing Y and C, we can easily find out the S. So that only the point has been said. If C is known and income is known, we can derive from that S. Okay. And there is a tabular presentation of C function, and see how S function can be derived out of it. Y income of the person, you can see, as we learned, autonomous consumption is also there, where the demand is zero, still consumption is there in the society. So where the demand is zero, there also is still a consumption is there, that is 20 units. You can see when the income increases, that is 50, from 0 to 50, then the consumption increases from 20 to 60, 40 units. So a proportion is there students, 50 the consumption, has income increases, the demand also, consumption also increases. When the income increases to 100, 50 units more income increase, demand also increase from 60 to again 140 units, that is 100. 60 plus 40, 100 consumption has been increased. But now what we are saying, has the income increased from 150, the consumption is 140. Why not more than 140? As here people start having the savings. Okay, here the people will be having the savings, that you can see in the C, it can be seen there. The two tables, if you will relate now, what we can see there, autonomous consumption, definitely saving will be zero, it will be negative, because the consumption which you have did when your income is zero. Okay, here the saving, the formula for saving has income formula is Y equals to C plus S. So savings formula when we do, it will be Y minus C. So if we will substitute this value, Y is 0, 0 minus 20, it will be minus 20. So minus 20 will be savings. Our earning, whatever will be there, from that savings will be again deducted. Saving will be deducted. Now 50 units is the 50 is the income. Now what we are seeing there, 50 minus what is the consumption, 60. So here savings will be 50 minus 60 minus 10. Okay. So here we are seeing there. Now what is there? 100 is there. 100 is a consumption. So nothing has been left out. No income has been left out here also. So 100 minus 100. Now also it will be 0. Now what is that? C, S. 150 is income and C is 140. Okay. Here we will be subtracting 150 minus 140. If we will do, we will get plus 10. Have you understood? So these are the various ways savings can be understood if Y and C is known. The S function is specified as in table number 3 reveals that S equals to minus 20 when Y equals to 0. This is because C equals to 20 when Y equals to 0. We note that C plus S equals to Y. So that if C equals to 20 when Y equals to 0, then S must be minus 20. S increases as Y increases, implying that S is positively related to Y. S remains lower than Y, unlike C, S is never greater than Y. It is always a part of it. So that is our S function student has specified in table number 3. It reveals the following relationship between S and Y. In autonomous consumption, it was negative. As increases, as Y increases, definitely people will have a habit of increasing the savings as the income increases, implying that S is positively related to Y. S remains lower than Y when, unlike the C, S is never greater than Y, it is always a part of it. Diagrammatic presentation, if we will see, as again I will be seeing there, slope of Y will be there, income will be there. Slope of S line, same rule is there, change in saving upon change in income. As the income increases, with that savings will be C, and then we will get the slope of S line. Here you can see two factors are there, X and Y you can see there. As X and Y, what you will be drawing there, two sets you can see Y and S, according to that the S line function is made. Y axis and X axis. Why this line is coming down below 0? Because some of the savings was negative also. So for that minus 20 and minus 10, it will be the 0. So your income is starting from where? Minus 20. So it is below 0. Here it is your 0. Minus 20, it will up. Minus 10 it has been. Minus 10. When 0 was the income, minus 20. When income was 50, the saving was minus 10. So here 50 and 10. Okay, this point of intersection what you got, here you will get the 50 and 10. So here minus 20, 50, and then 100. When your income was 100, it was 0. So here in the 0 line, when your income increases 150, here it is 150, the income increases past 10. So here the line has been drawn like this and connecting this S. So this is the S function, students. Have you understood how the S function has been drawn? Income line is not needed here, as you can see there. C and S is there. As per the income, we started drawing the savings function. So savings started from minus 20. Because of that, it started from 0. Connect all the savings according to the income. Definitely you will get point of intersection. This point of intersection you just join with the straight line, you will get the S function line. Slope of S line, please remember the formula, that is change in S upon change in Y. Change of slope of S line is also known as marginal propensity to savings. What it is also known as? Marginal propensity to savings. Whereas S upon Y, it shows average propensity to save. What I said, it shows average propensity to save. So in figure 3, saving is measured on Y axis and income on X axis. S line represents savings function indicating the behavior of S with respect to Y. It offers the following observation. S line start from minus 20 on Y axis. It indicates the value of S M when Y equals to 0. Note that S equals to minus 20 because C equals to 20 when Y equals to 0. S line is positively sloped, moving upward from left to right. It indicates that slope of S is positively related to Y. Higher Y causes higher S. S line crosses the X axis when Y equals to 100. It indicates that S equals to 0 and when Y equals to 100. Here consumption must be equal income. So that S equals to 0 when Y equals to 100. S is negative when Y less than 100. S is positive when Y is greater than 100. S line is a straight line. It points to a constant slope. It indicates that S function is a linear function. As regard the slope of S line, it is indicated by the ratio between change in S upon change in Y, that is known as slope of S line, and it also known as marginal propensity to savings, as I already introduced you in the beginning point. Okay, whereas average propensity to save, APC, as I said, it will be total savings upon total income. Okay, so MP, there is a relationship between propensity to save, marginal propensity to save, and marginal propensity to consumption. As you know, Y equals to C plus S, okay, and S equals to Y minus C. We have learned this. So here if we will substitute this point, what is there? Here it will come marginal propensity to if we will be taking change in S upon change in Y, how the income become 1? This is because change in S upon change in Y, if we will see, as we have learned, Y equals to C plus S. If we will see the changes, change in C upon change in Y plus change in C plus change in S upon change in Y, if we will do, what you are getting, this is a common denominator, change in Y upon change in Y will be there. Okay, so this will be changed. Now change in y upon change in y, what we is saying there? It is 1. Change in c upon change in y cannot be cancelled. What is change in se upon change in y? That is mpc plus change in s upon change in y, what is mps? Is it? Change delta y upon delta y, when we did it got 1. So it is also there that mpc plus mps equals to 1. Why it is 1 I showed to you. Okay. If this is because if this mps can also be measured as under mp, how it can be related? If mpc plus mps equals to, according to that last equation, equals to 1, that is the income is 1, then mps equals to 1 minus mpc. This way we can find for many of the question marginal propensity to savings if we are knowing marginal propensity to consumption and income. Because y equals to c plus s, it implies that change in c and divided by change in s equals to change in y. And from there we derive the formula, that is y1 equals to mps equals to 1 minus mpc. This formulas you write in the copy because it will be helpful for calculations of many of the questions. Important is to note that in the context of the slope of S line, we should focus only on APS, only on MPS, because APS shows the average propensity to save. APS is the ratio between total savings and total investment income. So this was the formula, APS equals to S upon Y. Algebraic presentation, when we see algebraically as function is specified as under S equals to minus S bar. Same C function like autonomous consumption was there, same way autonomous savings are there. That is the formula same as I want to make you remember C function, C bar plus BY we were writing. What was B? That was the marginal propensity to consume. Okay. So now what we can write there? S equals to S minus S bar, because saving is autonomous savings will be minus, not plus. We have seen when autonomous consumption is there, when income is 0, consumption is there, savings is negative, minus 20, you remember. So minus S bar plus B will be same. B here we have learned that MPS equals to 1 minus MPC. So here we can relate there that if it is like this, we are considering MPC as B. So MPS equals to what? 1 minus B. Have you understood now how 1 minus B will be coming? Y is same. So as I said, if you will remember the C function, it will be easy for remembering the S function. As S function will be equals to minus S bar plus 1 minus B into Y. 1 minus B whole B into Y. So it will be the saving function. With this we will be having some calculation in the further class. For today's class, this much only. You can see there one of the question if you want have the solution, but I am presently not having the full question. So here if it is even C function equals to this much, what will be the S function? S will be definitely, if plus 20 is the autonomous consumption is there, S bar will be minus 20 plus 1 minus B. What is 1 minus B? 1 minus, if 0.8y is the MPC, so MPS equals to 1 minus 0.8. So it will be 1 minus 0.8 into Y. Income is Y. So here we will constitute minus 20 plus Y into 1, Y only it will be, minus 0 into 1 into 1 minus 1 into 0.8, it will be 0.8y. If we will substitute this minus 20 plus, further we can do calculation. Y minus 1, here no values there of variable 1 means y means 1. 1 minus 0.8, it will be 0.2. Is it? 0.2y. So how we got this 0.2y? I will be giving some practical questions related to this in the next class. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.